Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Point Walk the Walk Hoop Talk. Our goal, as always, is to help fans, players, and coaches become more intellectual inside the game. Here we are, just two guys today having a conversation. Old school views and new school news. Yes, sir. I'm here once again with my college roommate and teammate, Ed Davis. What's going on tonight, Eddie?
What's going on? What's up, Fluke?
Well, what's going on and what's been going on is the NBA playoffs, and it's getting close. It's getting close to the end, and what to say about last night? What about last night? Goodness gracious. Ooh, man. I mean, I told you, last week that the Spurs were going to return home to San Antonio down 3-1, looking to return back to New York 3-2. I think I told you that. But
You did.
I did, but I did not. I repeat, I did not expect it to go down quite like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that. Yeah. You said 3-1. And like I said, you're right about that. When I think about it, man, honestly, if you look at the previous games, San Antonio should be going home 3-1, actually. They could very well be going home 3-1. And like I told you the other day, that if they can recover from the way they lost, they still have a chance in the series. The way that game was flowing last night. Something that I said that I was wrong about. I thought that man for man, New York was a better team. Actually, it's not true. San Antonio is a better team, man for man. And as far as they are, they're just small, man. Wemby's, like you call it a booger, but Wemby needs an Oakley. He needs somebody who's gonna be tough in the middle, rebound, and defend. You can't have anybody just rebound. They got to be able to defend because
they need wisdom. They just need wisdom and
they need smarts.
Yes, and the thing about it is, think about what we talked about a couple months ago when, and I brought it up before when I said that the good news, bad news scenario for San Antonio is that they have Fox, who's an all-star.
Yes.
Bottom line, he's an all-star. And with that being said, he has value.
Absolutely.
And he does. And so you have Dylan Harper, who needs to be handed the ball. He just, like I said, I've said time and time again, he just has certain attributes that, just the average baller doesn't have. He has a certain size. He has a certain style of play. And this is not to take away from, I've said it over and over again, it's not to take away from Fox in that respect. It's just that he just has these certain intangibles. And so you can get something for Fox, and then you can make yourself better because really they need that booger, and then they need the wisdom that they're going to naturally and organically receive from this experience.
Yeah. Like I've been saying it, man. The only thing about Fox is, man, is when you watch him run up and down the court, he's laboring. He's playing on one ankle.
I get that.
All right, but you say an ankle and a half. He said that's throwing him off a little bit.
Even when his ankle was right.
Well, see, the responsibility, and like I said, I was going to mention this later on. That's Mitch's fault. That's Coach Mitch's fault, man. That is Coach Mitch's fault.
What's his fault?
He made a mistake. He made a mistake a game or two ago when he didn't play Harper. And he should have played. He came back and said, I should have played Harper in the fourth quarter.
I agree.
Harper did not play. Harper did not play in the fourth quarter yesterday. And he was, if I got it right now, he had 21 points. He was 8 for 12.
Well, wait.
And did not play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Right?
I did wait. Yeah.
Right. I looked it up. Did he play the fourth? They said he did not play in the fourth quarter.
I did not. You know what? I don't know what I was looking at because I did not notice that he didn't play in the fourth.
He did not play him in the fourth quarter. And then I understand Mitch, okay, he believes in Fox like I do. Remember, I've been defending Fox, right? I've been defending him.
I
because
believe in Fox
I
to a degree. I'm
yeah,
giving him grace because I've
I,
watched him, even with the hobbled ankle, get any shot he wants, but he's just not ringing the bell like he generally does. And in the context of that, then I want Mitch to make decisions relative to where he is right now
okay,
with
but he's
respect
not.
I
He's
know.
not.
I
And I think Mitch is thinking the same way I am. I know what De'Aaron Fox can do. I've seen it over and over and over. And if he's half of what he can do, they win. Now, what's not his fault, well, it isn't his fault, is De'Aaron Fox being a veteran point guard and not controlling the tempo of that game a little better. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are young, man, and this new era of basketball, in their mind, which is a good thing, they believe they're going to hit every shot they take. And these dudes are shooting threes after threes after threes after threes, and they're up 20 plus. Can
That's the point right there,
you
Ed.
yes,
That's the point right
yes.
there.
You
When I,
can't. You can't you
if I'm
can't do
gonna
that.
no, if I'm gonna address Mitch, if I'm gonna address Coach Johnson, I mean, if it's not my, you know what I mean. It's not. I'm not in that position to. But if I'm gonna critique, that's the thing that I would say. You've
Hmm.
got to figure out a way to communicate to your players more adamantly. I'm sure he said something more
Yeah.
adamantly. We do not need to be taking these threes. We have enough points. What's
Hmm.
critical for us, we want the clock to go away so we can go home and get on the plane. That's
Absolutely.
what
There you go.
this is what we
There
want.
you go.
And
Yeah.
so I do not want you to clam up. We're not running stall offense. We're not
That's what
taking the air out of the ball.
that's where the fine line comes in.
That's
Yes.
right. That's where
It's a
you
fine line.
become
Yeah.
more judicious. Because if
Yes.
we have a quality shot with 10 seconds into the clock, we
Hmm.
take that. If we have a three with and we still got 12, 13 seconds left on the clock, we may want to think about is that going to be the best or is that our greatest exploration effort in the moment? See, so that's what you have to convey and get your kids to understand. And so I know it's difficult. You know, you in the heat of the moment, and you got guys coming down who are confidently making
Hmm.
shots, and they've demonstrated that just a half ago. So
Yeah.
there's also that, as you know, there's
That's
also
fine.
that fine line between, hey, I want to limit what you do. I don't want to limit what you do. I want to restrict, or I don't know which way to use which word, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to
Yeah.
stop
You
you from doing this. Like, for example, I think San Antonio is completely more successful when they, when the focus is Wimby at the rim. Wimby at the rim.
yeah.
So when they focus on like I told you that the other day, and you were telling me that he didn't have the physical wherewithal yet to do that, but through the air they do because he gets to the highest heights. So he's catching
Hmm.
oops and oops and oops. And so when he puts that kind of pressure on the rim, I'm not saying that it restricts you from shooting threes, but it makes the threes a different option. But certainly not like I can think of down the stretch, probably 5 minutes on the clock where they got three offensive rebounds, or maybe two offensive rebounds in a
It was
row,
three
and three offensive rebounds in a row, and
and shot threes.
for all threes went up, and
Yeah,
Wemby shot
exactly.
two of them.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
I tell you, it's their style of play, but they've been winning like that all year. So, like I said, there's a fine line. You don't want to stop them from doing what they were doing in the first
No,
half. The thing
right?
is those shots were falling in the first half, and
It's
they were
okay.
running them out the gym. That's why I believe that they have the potential to come back and win.
They
They can
can.
win this series. They could win this series.
Ed,
I don't think they
Ed,
will,
Ed. You know
but they
what?
could. What?
I would if we weren't live, bro. Let me tell you, I love doing the live show, but the one thing I miss about when the production, even though it's a headache, you sound like me now. You sound like me early in the series when I was
It's
saying
true.
that San Antonio was superior, and
Yes.
I
Yeah.
thought that they had a chance to win the series, and I keep saying that even though
Yeah.
because they keep every game they establish a cushion. And so the problem comes in, we're both right. Now let me be fair.
Exactly.
We're both right.
True.
Because you said that we establish a cushion, and then they fall victim to their inexperience. And so you're
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
because if
Yeah.
we keep wanting them to be experienced, we keep wanting them
You
to
can't. You
take
can't.
care.
No,
It's like
you
if you
can't.
don't understand money, you want your teenager to take care of the 10,000 or the
Yeah.
20,000, but it's going to be tough. So you want your inexperienced player to take care of the 29 points, but it's tough. And I tell you what, you have to be. It's so many fine lines, because then you hear people speaking about Mitch saying he should have taken the timeouts and this and that and this and that. I heard some of the talking heads before I actually saw the game, because I told you I had an event, so I had to watch the game delayed
Hmm.
last night. And so his timeout management wasn't as atrocious as people try to make it out to be, because there's a fine line, because you now in the day and age of challenge, you gotta have gotta keep one timeout that's not even
At
a
least.
timeout. That's
At
not even,
least.
you can't even consider that a timeout.
Yeah.
And so you, I thought that, look, the times that he called timeout was enough to communicate to players who weren't green behind the ears.
Yeah. All of them are green, man. They all. Harrison Barnes and De'Aaron Fox, no. But the rest of these dudes, Biombo, whatever, the rest of these dudes are green behind the ears. Like I said, I changed. Remember, I told you that I still feel the Knicks are far more physical and too big for this current San Antonio team the way it's structured. That's why they need to get some more muscle next year. But at the same time, New York's physicality has forced San Antonio to become much more physical.
I've been
And that has thrown the Knicks off a little bit.
Yeah, those
See, through the Knicks, so it got them fouling a lot more. See, so they're doing the right thing. What I see from right now, where I'm sitting right now, and if I had to predict right now, what I believe is going to happen is the Spurs, who are a championship basketball team, they're getting ready. Their lumps they're taking right now, these are knocks, because this is a championship that they're going to lose, but it's going to make them better down the road. Because
Hey,
if
you
they
know
take
what?
the time to really study, if they study the way this series is going, they're going to understand, like, man, we blew it, man. We blew it because our style of play, we didn't change it up. They're not showing it, they're not able to they're not versatile in their style of play offensively.
Well,
Defensively, they're fine. They're fine defensively. Every now and then you see a couple, you miss this matchup or whatever. For the most part, the dudes play hard. They
yes,
defend their butts off, man, and they're streaky shooters. The only one that I like shooting consistently, the two. I don't mind Champagne shooting a lot.
right.
Can he's open because he's a third or fourth option. But
But he's got
Vassell,
to be fine for to be one of the leaders of one of the KG
he,
veterans. He has to refine his selection a little bit, even though it's a fine line with
that's all of them.
yeah, but
It's
it's
not
a
just
fine line
him.
between them being a streak shooter and being so a streak shooter has to, test the water a little bit more, but he still has to be a little bit more judicious, that guy. I love Champagny, but I have that to say.
All of them appear to me to be they meet strictly shooters. To me, San Antonio they don't seem to me like they don't have a pecking order other than Wimby. They know Wimby's the man, but the rest of those four, when they're on the floor, I'm just Champagny, there's Vassell, there's Castle, and that's whoever playing point guard, Harper or whatever. They think they're the
Well,
best player on the court, and which is not bad. They think they're the best player on the court, and when they open, they're going to shoot it. I believe that's why they lost last night in the second half. They weren't falling, and they kept shooting them instead of taking your time. And then if you were able to come down and throw it inside and kick it back out and do a few other things, maybe get a jump hook here or there. They don't have jump hooks. Nobody's shooting jump hooks on their squad. It's not. That's a different style of basketball. We talked about this early in the season. NBA is going more to an entertainment. They want to entertain now more than play actual. Let me start. Let me take that back. I believe.
leave
Honestly, I
that.
just think. No, I just think I always believe that the Magic and the Bird and them brand of basketball was just I don't even want to say smarter because that's just a better brand of basketball in the way they attacked. I don't know. I think
Well,
they're free,
well,
they
but but
freestyle now.
but
It's
here,
wide
but here,
open.
but see, here's what I think. I guess because as a I'm an abstract realist, by craft, and so which is future with past, so to speak. But so I think that it's okay that they play new age because that new age has been getting them 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 point leads.
Okay,
So
okay,
now, here's what I'm offering. So here's the solution for me because
okay. What is it?
that's me. I'm old school and I'm new school. So to speak. I'm me, but old school, new school. So if you can take the new age game as such, the way they play, now you're up 25. Now I'm going whatever you want to call it. You can call it old school, Magic Bird, Stockton Malone. You can call it what you want. But we're going to go back to now. We're going to have within the modern game. There's also I have in my pocket in my bag, I've got all types of modes of play. So yeah, we can play new age, but the guys have to be versed enough to know situationally and contextually. Now we're going to phase into this mode. That's all it needs to happen. Now
Okay,
we change modes.
when you say this more, what do you mean? Because what I'm trying to explain, what I may
Change
have
modes. Hey,
maybe I didn't
okay.
articulate it right. What I'm trying to say is that there's back in the day there were players could post up. They're gonna get money in there. They're gonna post you up. They're gonna jump hook, either kick it back out or they're gonna make a move inside.
Yeah.
Do you have any teams in the league that do that now? Any?
Well, okay. Well,
Who?
here's the comparative. When I say Wimby either attack the paint or let's find Wimby at the paint. If you throw it through the air and Wimby stretch Armstrongs and gets the ball and puts it in the basket, that's a paint presence. That opens the game up for you. Well, I think that because the kids shoot a lot
That's
of threes now, there's no reason to take a lot of threes once back to the premise. No use in taking a lot of threes when you're up 29 because now you want to you don't need more points because you already have a cushion. What you need is for the clock to go away. And I'm not suggesting stall the ball, but have that in mind with your with your mo. Now we're moving into we're being very selective. We don't mind if we
you're
hope we
being
get a very
selective. You're being selective to take another jump shot, preferably a three. See, and that's what I don't agree with.
doesn't
See,
have to be.
what do you mean? They're not even developing players to play post game. You know, you got players like LeBron might go to the post from time to time, but he's just now starting to do that. I'm telling you, they're totally taking that totally out of the game. It's
But okay,
gone.
but the
See,
new age version of that is
is
throw the
what?
ball 10 feet in the air. I mean, I'm sorry,
That's
13
not
feet in the
working.
air.
That's
Thir-
it's
I
not
know, but
working.
I know, but
It's not
I
working.
I think this is working. What I'm saying is that how many alley oops when I see there's games where I see Wimby get very few alley oops, and I'm like, nah, man, he's got to have more of a presence around the basket. And we talked about that in past podcasts in the last month or so.
I
So
also.
so when they throw it in the air and he catches
Mhm.
it way above the rim, like I said, Stretch Armstrong. This is the new inside presence or slash post game.
Okay, so okay, let me ask you this then.
Yeah,
There's a reason why they don't do that every play. He's 7'5". There's a reason they don't do that every play. You know why? He can't get
defenders
in
out there.
there. He
Defenders
can't
out
get
there.
in. He can't get in there.
Defenders out
Because
there.
they're gonna catch him up high. They're gonna put body on him. He's gonna have to fight to get down there. And the thing about it is, so what was different in the first two games, he's doing it now. These last two games, he's fighting. He's fighting to
Yeah.
get better position, right?
And when they and then when they have to focus on dealing with him at the basket, it opens it up for other elements. That's the point of having an inside presence, just to create an advantage somewhere else on the floor. So if you get to that, I don't care if you get to that by throwing it 40 feet or if you have them posted up. I just get frustrated when I see the bigs taking all these threes and them
That's
not attacking the basket at all. That's my
well,
point.
we're saying the same thing, but we just articulated it differently.
Okay.
We're saying the same exact thing. Like I said, I just don't think there's many players in this league or teams who have a post up game. They don't drop the ball inside. They don't play inside out. They just say it like that. They don't play
Yeah.
inside out. And throwing it
Yeah.
up to Wimby, that's not gonna work. They try to throw it up to him. Somebody Hart knocked it down. See what I'm
Well,
saying? It
well,
has to be a perfect pass. See,
okay. You know what? This is interesting, Ed. This came up just now from you saying that. I think because I've said it and we've talked about it. I called it an intangible with Harper based on his
shit.
style of play.
Yeah.
But really, when you think about Harper's style of play, he just adds more paint presence because as you, I don't care. Okay, two people do. I don't care how you get in there, but there's two people in the line. He's not playing particularly well right now, but I believe in him. Dylan Harper, because of how he plays, adds paint presence, which is the same as post game, and so does Keldon Johnson because he's a bully. But he's not ringing the bell as what like normal, but he still forces a collapse, and
De'Aaron
so
Fox gets in the lane too, man. He gets in the
he
lane.
does.
He's just missing.
He
He's
does,
missing.
but we talked about that. He's getting any shot he wants. He's
He's
getting
missing.
it's a conundrum for Mitch because like you said, he's getting shots that he normally makes and they're quality shots. But the problem is, the other side of the coin. You miss a two, they go they you don't get those two, they get those
Hmm.
2 or 3. That's a 5 point, 4 point swing. That's been the problem with Fox. And unfortunately, he's had quote unquote bad luck in terms of how important his misses have been because he's made some clutch shots. He's always been clutch, so to
Yeah.
speak. So it's a conundrum for the staff for San Antonio. But I think like I said, at a certain point though, this is where Mitch is we also have to understand that, this is a learning experience for Mitch also because
Yeah.
remember
Oh,
we talked
absolutely.
about a couple weeks ago that Popovich was able to just say, hey, I know Kawhi Leonard's a baby, but we're going to lean the way we need to. And he ended up being the MVP.
I think they're going to do that from this point on. I think Harper will get some serious minutes in the fourth quarter. If he doesn't, then that'd be another problem. Depending as long as he's playing well. I, I just, I don't know, man. They gave it away. They gave it away. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna haunt them. And hopefully they mentally can recover. What, Saturday?
Yeah,
And for some reason, man, I believe this is coming back to New York. I
of
believe
course
this
it
coming. This
is.
is coming. Yeah, I
I,
believe this is
I,
coming
I,
back to New York,
I think I
and
I think so. And the thing that's
it's coming
crazy is
back to New York.
they might be able this is what might be able to happen. And this is what I pray for Mitch because he's taking some lumps and he's learning and I think he's done a hell of a job. And people are so dismissive and so quick to judge. I mean, here this young man is in his first full season and he's walked his team to the finals and and people are being hypercritical in this pressurized environment. But what I
It's
pray for Mitch is that he and these youngsters can learn their lesson and still win. Because you don't have to lose to win to learn the lesson. People say, "Oh no, it was a learning lesson," but you can still learn the
true.
lesson and get that win.
True.
And they have the capability because you cannot make up the fact that every game they've been out in front. As a matter of fact, as absurd or preposterous as it sounds, this series could be 4-0, right?
Yeah. No. True. The way the games have played out, that's why I said it definitely could be go back 3-1 for sure. So
You mean
that's
3-2?
why I give them a chance to bring it back to New York for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Be careful if they make it home because there's something about certain franchises and their mystique. You know, we love New York because they have a certain mystique, but as of lately, their mystique has been more along the lines of the Jets and the
The Knicks.
yeah, you know, come on, let's call it. Let's call it. That city's been they've been
I told you, man. I told you everything I said in the beginning in terms of the Knicks. I saw that last night. Everything. The Jekyll Hyde. I finally signed that Jekyll. Everything's been going smooth. They've been
hey,
playing
that
well. I
the
saw the
Josh
Jekyll yesterday. Josh Hart,
the Josh Hart
Bridges not
layup,
showing up.
that
Man, you
that
see
Josh
that?
Hart layup.
And then he comes right back at critical time and he ball watches and dude runs right behind him for the rebound. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's not how he
And
plays.
and
Hart
that's
don't play like that,
that's
man.
the opposite of him. He's the
Yeah,
one guy that you rely on. It's like when you think of a troop,
that's why he's in the game. That's why
yeah,
he's in the game at that
that's right.
time.
You think of a
Yes,
trooper on that team, you
yeah.
think Josh Hart. That's the
Josh
trooper
Hart.
right there.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
shocked when I seen that, but
yeah,
it was that Jacob Mikal Bridges not showing up.
yeah,
That's what I expect from the Knicks. The whole first half, when they were playing in the haze, Cat, the way he played the whole game, Cat only had 11 points. He only took 5 shots the
yeah,
entire game. That's the
yeah.
Jekyll and Hyde Knicks that I'm talking about.
Well, I
If
told you that the Knicks were possibly 2 weeks ago, we were saying that the Knicks were playing above their head, and
and they are.
you said that they're not they're it's you said no disrespect, is that they're just playing better than they played during the season, and I said at
Yes,
some point during this streak, you're gonna have to just say this is how they're playing from now on. But
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just yeah. Like I said, everything we thought, I saw it. I saw it. Speaking of the Knicks, though, on a positive note for the Knicks, Mike Brown, I mentioned to you earlier, when he put Alvarado in, that changed everything. You see what I'm saying? One thing about Alvarado, man, we always talk about IGAF. He got that, he has grit. Alvarado got grit. Whether he make a bucket or not, he's gonna play hard on both ends of the floor and he's gonna move. That helped Brunson. That allowed Brunson to kind of relax a little bit and not have so much.
gave him
He
took
brought it up. He had to bring it up the court. He had
took
somebody
the
to help him
burden
out and
off.
took the burden off, and it freed him up to start knocking down. Get into the lane. You know how crafty he is. So that move that Mike Brown did by putting Alvarado in, man, that was dangerous. That was a nice move, and I think it's gonna help him again come Saturday as well. So
Well,
that game is gonna be interesting
well,
how it plays out.
the thing that the thing about Alvarado that makes him effective in the flow with that team is that he's able to. Now, I'm not taking away from the craftiness of Jalen Brunson. Don't
No, no, of course
misconstrue.
not. No,
Don't misconstrue what I'm going to say here. But Alvarado, he's able to manipulate with his shoulders parallel to the baseline. So all his movements are like this. Where as opposed to Brunson is more choppy coming
give
up
you his
the court.
body and just set you up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
having to have to deal with the same way Stephen Castle brings the ball up the court. That's it's a little not that it's shakier. It's just that it's Stephen Castle does it a little for different reasons than Jalen Brunson does because he's big enough, but
hmm
his handle's just not quite tight yet. But
yeah.
Jalen Brunson's smaller, so I know how that feels at 6 foot to have to,
He's
put
protecting. He's protecting the ball.
yeah,
Yeah, he's doing. Yeah,
he's playing with his shoulders the way you're supposed to, but yes, but it gives Alvarado this type of advantage, Speedy Gonzalez type of vision
oh,
because
he get right around you. He get right around you.
he keeps both his shoulders parallel to the
Yeah,
baseline.
yeah. Good vision. Sees the floor well. Right? You just, yeah, man. I thought that was a great move by Mike Brown, and it actually changed the game. It turned things around. Like it woke the Knicks up offensively because they were dead. The Knicks were gone. Like I said, the crowd was gone. Spike was crying. It was just bad. Stephen A. Smith run out the building, and like I said, that just changed everything around. And then even though all that's being said, that still was San Antonio's game to win. They lost that game. Knicks didn't necessarily win it. They lost that game.
Yeah.
OG Anunoby's a star. He was before then. He just solidified it now.
Yeah. He he's
Go
been
ahead.
that guy. I think that he 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 had to make an adjustment early in the season to the coaching change. I thought it took him a little bit to catch his rhythm, but
Yeah.
I talked a couple weeks ago. My god pop Dave Bing was in town, and we were talking about what the Pistons needed, and OG Anunoby's name came up. Could you imagine OG
On the Pistons.
playing that role for the Pistons, creating that triangle for
Hmm.
between Big Boy and Cade? OG is, and the thing that I like about OG is that he has his just he's like blue collar, straight ahead,
Oh
lunch
yeah.
pail. His temperament is perfect. Even when,
Yes.
even when after the game, when he was doing his interview, even his excitement is felt and contained. That's his personality, so he doesn't get
Yeah.
rattled.
You
And
don't get
so
high or low. Too high or too
no,
low.
he's
Yeah.
he's right there because a lot of the New York won despite the others not contributing. They didn't get anything
Hmm.
from McBride. They didn't get anything from Shaman. They didn't get anything from Bridges, and they still managed. They didn't get anything from Hart really.
Cat. I was surprised. Well,
Cat,
Cat picked up two. He picked up two quick fouls, so he was in foul trouble. But still, he's too good to be getting 11 points, man. I don't care how much time he plays. He cannot get 5 shots. That
well,
cannot happen. He shoots too well. He's too
yeah,
much offensive threat to get 5 shots.
yeah.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
bottom,
I don't necessarily think they run stuff for him a lot. He gets it in the floor a lot of times. I
the,
just they're not gonna win
yeah,
with him scoring 11 points.
yeah. You see Smokey back here. Smokey
Yeah,
just
yeah.
came to tell me. She told me. She said, I don't know why you guys doing all that talking. You think you guys know all this and that. But the bottom line is that San Antonio scored 14 and 16 points. Is that what it was? Okay, yeah. 14 and 16 points respectively in the third and fourth quarter. That's the
Yeah.
ball game.
That's
The
it.
others for New York don't have to do anything. That's self-destruction. And so if you're if swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a miss, you can't keep swinging for the fences. My hometown team, the World Series bound Mariners,
Yeah.
the World Series bound Mariners. That's one of their things. Sometimes in the past they've gotten caught up with, you know, swinging for home runs. But we made that adjustment, and you see what's going on. I mean, we're in first place. I don't even want to talk. I don't no brag or anything, but anyway, back to basketball. Or we can keep talking about the Mariners. I mean, what y'all want to
No,
know?
no,
What you
no.
want to know about? What you want to know about the M's?
For me, I don't know nothing about the M's.
Okay,
All right, I didn't know much as I need to know about them.
what's that? First place. Thank you. I mean,
Y'all can be, y'all can be in.
thank you for giving us credit. Thank
It ain't
you.
about where
First
you are;
place.
it's where you end up. It's where you end up, right?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Well, like you said, bro.
Well, we
Back
can
to the
only live in
Knicks.
real time. Back to the Knicks, and then speaking of that, Ed, that's prophetic what you just said because it's where you end up, and you have to win 4 games to be the champion.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that New York is up 3-1, I wouldn't be surprised. You wouldn't be surprised, and no one outside of New York City will be surprised if the San Antonio Spurs come back and at least make it a game 7.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. Like I said, the way those games are played out, there's a good chance that they could do that. I'm almost positive they're coming back to New York.
Well,
I'm almost positive they come back to
well,
New York. And if
start
they do,
spreading the
if
news.
they do, like I said, I'm pulling for the Spurs because, like I said, them damn Knicks fans, especially the ones outside. Oh my goodness. Oh, they deserve the way they act and the things that they do. They deserve to get disappointed. They deserve it, and it'd be 100% for them. I don't have a I don't have a horse in this race. The Spurs or the Knicks, but like I said, this sort of audacity and the way they act towards people.
Start well,
I, I
well,
hope I hope they get disappointed.
we'll start spreading the news, y'all,
I hope. I hope.
that the Spurs are on the comeback trail, and also spread the news that this is the point walk the walk hoop talk. Two guys today having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You've been hanging with us. We appreciate you. If it's your first time watching, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment, because we dig that. We love that. We love the interaction. We love the fact that we can sit here and converse with you and share, and the time flies by. But this is what we love to do. We're here every Thursday, 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right here, Ed.
That's right. That's right. We out.
We out. This is it. Goes.
Somebody hire Mark Jackson. Somebody hire Mark Jackson. And you got to check out Olivia Miles, man, for the Minnesota Lynx. Check out Olivia Miles, please. If y'all don't, anybody like basketball, if you don't like women's basketball, check out Olivia Miles.
Well, last at the beginning of the season, beginning of season one, way back last season, during the college season when she was still in college, we were trying to explain to the world. You got me hip to Olivia.
Yeah,
I was a Hannah fan, and I said that, but people who didn't understand that the WNBA and that women's basketball period is on a different level than what's in their memory if they don't think that it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, on that note, we're out of here. Peace, love, thank you. We'll see you next Thursday. We out.